Tinubu unveils roadmap to Nigeria's greatness to decentralize police, create jobs, and ensure 12% GDP growth. Frontline presidential aspirant and the national leader of APC, Bola Tinubu has shared his manifesto for the transformation of Nigeria if elected president of the country. The APC presidential aspirant, according to a press statement signed by Bayo Onanuga, Director of Media and Communications, said his team will lead Nigeria to a new era of economic prosperity, peace, security, and political stability. Tinubu, governor of Lagos State between 1999 and 2007, presented his vision within five thematic areas. He promised to improve security by decentralizing the policing of the country and creating hundreds of thousands of new jobs simultaneously. He promised to transform Nigeria to an enviable country where, one, there will be justice, peace, and prosperity for all with a robust economy. Titled My Vision for Nigeria, Tinubu promised in the document, a nation transformed into greatness, the pride of Africa, a role model for all Black people worldwide and respected among all countries. Our economy. Tinubu promised to build a new economy that will make the nation's gross development product grow quicker annually for the next 4 years, while also providing jobs for millions of youth in the country. He promised to launch a new national industrial policy focused on special intervention to reinvigorate specific strategic industries like, he mentions a major public networks program, value-adding manufacturing and agriculture. Okay. He promised to formulate a new national policy on agriculture to boost food production. And as regards our infrastructure, he promised to build a new Nigeria by developing national infrastructure plan which will cover strategic roads, bridges, rail, water, power, seaports, airports spanning the length and breadth of the country. He said his administration will combine government funding, borrowing, public-private partnership, private sector financing, red flag, ding, 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 and concession to initiate a medium and long-term financial model for the BAN initiative, which is the Build a New Nigeria. When you see private sector financing, red flag. When you see public-private partnership, maybe red flag, but we're not talking some public-private partnership of some top companies. We're talking startups. Borrowing from where? Government funding from where? It is all going to come from the people at the end of the day. Now, when it comes to infrastructure, that is a pretty much, our economy is big, but then infrastructure should not be very little. It really shouldn't, because the infrastructure keeps the economy going. It's as simple as that. It is as simple as that. Infrastructure is basically the engine of a country. You're talking about boosting the economy when you're talking about roads, light, access to public amenities. We're talking the quality of life of the people, from their movement to the air that they breathe to what they eat, what they consume. It's everything. It's everything. It's the dirty work. It's literally the dirty work no one wants to talk about. Who wants to be out here cleaning roads and taking out the drainage? And these are things that make a place functioning. And so for him to put so little and give very vague terms, to be honest, I don't think we have heard Peter Obi's manifesto, but for the fact that, for example, electricity, he understands that yes, what we have can work, but really, because we are so behind, we really need to learn. And I think a big thing about Peter Obi, which I'm comparing right now, and I am, is education. He focuses a lot on education and learning. And I think that is a very big thing that is giving positive red flags, because education is something that needs to be protected and valued. Not just creating millions of jobs, but creating millions of jobs that match the skill set of your youth. And look at the degrees Nigerians have. You cannot tell me that the degrees they've gotten that would help specific industries are not useful. You have a lot of people in the tech field, in the medical field, in even theater and arts, engineering. Again, we do value and think and have the culture where we are pushed to go to university and go for white collar jobs, even though yes, sometimes the choice in the individual wanting to do that is very little. But we would be thankful, because what is actually needed to build our country is literally dependent on those skills. So not just building or finding millions of jobs because you made a whole factory. Maybe his thing is, okay, you know what, let's make a lot of factories and then you go work there. I'm not trying to look down on factory workers. What I'm saying is you have innovative minds that are the youth. So you have to look at, those that are still in school or those that are not in schools anymore, that have graduated but have no work. Do the research. What degrees do they have? What degrees can we transfer their skills into? What industry? Quick. You have to do the research of your youth. How much percentage of your youth do this or do that? What is the interest of the youth? And you build there. Because again, since you're the ones shouting, the youth are the ones to change. Focus on them, because the jobs are not going to go to the old people, are they? Exactly. So, these are basically your labor to build the country that you steal funds from. But then, we can talk about accountability later. My point is, you don't give vague... it's competition, right? Peter Obi has been out here traveling. He traveled to Egypt on the matter of electricity. When he talks, he gives facts, not just some essay. This might as well just be an essay that a secondary school kid writes about my future Nigeria, being very honest. So it's not giving... What makes you special to have written this, and for us to trust that, you know what, I can feel what he's saying. You don't have that. Some people just have the star quality, and to me, Tinubu just really doesn't. He's literally reciting pages and words, or if he even wrote it, off a page, and it's doesn't make sense. If go and read even Omele Shore's manifesto. It also gives it gives you hope. You go to his website. I think it's omeleshore2023.com or shore2023.com. I'm not sure. But he gives a very much detailed plan. At the end of the day, having a manifesto and hearing these nice words, Nigerians are used to that. We want to see how you're going to do it. Listen, Nigerians have had proper trust issues as regards the government. So if you really want to stretch you out and see your intentions, you cannot be surprised. But what do you think? And don't forget to like and subscribe.